So I was on the way home from work, and I got sent the post that Cole made about the new cover for the CD for the Fall Off. And I was reading the excerpt that he typed up, and it made me think like it's been an ongoing kind of running joke amongst me and my friends and my cousins and stuff. Like whenever I do like what I feel like is one of my big albums, like one of my like most meaningful ones, then Cole releases an album within the same year, right? And obviously it's just a joke, they just, picking fun. We, getting our laughs off, right? But this time felt a little different because I spent so much time working on and crafting this 30 track long double disc album that spans, across multiple decades of just reflection on myself and, things that I was going through. And people were telling me, man, nobody's trying to hear a double disc album. That's old, that's played out, whatever. Attention span, nobody's gonna care about songs that long, whatever, right? But at my core, I was still like, man, this is something I want to do that's reflective of my art. And originally, it was just like a 15 track, or not even 15, it was just a 10 track album. And then it just kind of expanded over time to that double disc album. And that released on my 30th birthday, September 9th, 2025. And then it released to, streaming and stuff in December. But when I was reading Cole excerpt, I was like, man, this feels like I'm reading something real similar to what I was thinking and to what I was going through when I was working on Who Else But Me, my album. And I know, obviously, me and my friends, we going to make the jokes about, hey, man, hey, we know when you get ready to drop something big, Cole coming soon after. Obviously, the joke's going to be there, but, that's all in good fun. But on a serious note, it really made me reflect a little bit and go, man, for whatever reason, we were both on the same wavelength of creation during that period of time that we were working on this album. And I was just like, man, like what are the odds that you know and again, like I want to preface this, I'm not saying anything that I'm not saying. Like if I'm not saying it right now, there's no subtext that I'm implying or anything. It felt motivating almost to see an artist from the same state, not too far down the road, do something very similar to what I just did, and kind of almost kind of vindicate the situation where it's like, see, I knew the idea of this double disc album reflecting over multiple decades of your life and just kind of taking you through it. I knew that was something personal for me, but I also knew it is something that people would appreciate and resonate with, especially in my age group, where it's like, hey, we're a lot of us are parents now. A lot of us are, 30 plus, 40 plus, whatever, have been pursuing goals, maybe reached them, maybe didn't, whatever. But it felt really good to see, someone on that level do a project idea, within a short period of time, that I did, and see people appreciate it. And it just kind of made me go, yeah, man, one day this album that I made will be appreciated like that, right? Like I said, it just kind of relit a fire that wasn't burning, it wasn't dwindling out, it wasn't fizzling out or anything, but it just kind of it stoked it, right? The fire was already lit for my yearning to create and everything, but this just kind of stoked the fire for it, where it's like, yeah, for whatever reason, we was on the same wavelength for this idea. This was a good idea. These are good albums. And I've said it as a joke before, but I was like, hey, if you want something to do while you wait on the album, listen to Who Else But Me. Listen to my album, and it'll tie you over until February 6th. But I was just thinking about that, just how coincidental it is, and how monumental it is, and how aligned it all is. Like I said, I'm not saying nothing that I'm not saying. I'm not saying anything was copied. I'm not saying that I'm the originator of the double disc idea. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying, for the time period And just for pure coincidence sake and motivation sake, it's like, hey, I have this album idea. Hey, I'm working on this. Oh, you know what? It turned into a double disc. Oh, you know what? It's reflecting over these decades of my life. And then to see a major artist do the same thing, it's a good feeling.